KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Make the best deal you can.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial.
All right, this is a sound check from Snake River. Sound check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Snake River High School in Blackfoot, as tonight the Preston Indians come north to take on the Snake River Panthers. Hi, it's Dan Hubbard with you here. John Beverly is our studio engineer tonight, back in the studios in KACH, as we welcome you here to Snake River. For the Indians, coming off a very nice straight sets win last Saturday night at home against Marsh Valley as they get ready for their second conference match tonight, coming in here against Snake River. For Snake River, this is their first conference match of the year, as Preston has about a 2-game advantage over them overall on the season. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll dive into our scene set, get into our news and notes leading up to the match here tonight. Tell you about some other things going on as well. We'll do all that as we continue here on the Preston Indian pregame show on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
And welcome back in here to the pregame show. First thing we want to do tonight is apologize for not having video because of the Snake River High School's agreement with NFHS. We're not allowed to bring you video of tonight's game, but we will have a scoreboard for you up for those watching on mylocalradio.com. Preston comes in with a 7-5 record, 1-0 in conference play. Snake River is 5-5-1, and like I mentioned a few minutes ago, this is their first conference match of the year. For Preston, they still have more conference matches coming up. In fact, it's a busy week for the Indians. They're back on the floor, back on the road. In fact, coming up on Thursday, as they will be at American Falls. Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, they're back home as they'll face Bear Lake for the first time. Then 3 more matches next week, 2 of the 3 at home. as they will be at home against American Falls, and then a week from Thursday, they will be home against who will they be playing Thursday? It has slipped my mind. They have a match on Thursday at home, and then Saturday is that another matchup as well. So it's kind of a busy time for the Indians, they'll be going to Bear Lake next Saturday, I should say. So it's kind of a busy time for the Indians here over the next 10 days or so. We will not have a visit with the coach tonight through some mechanical issues with some of our equipment, but we still want to remember our sponsor, Elise Benson of North Realty in Idaho and Utah, and thank her for her sponsorships. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at other games coming up. Plus, we'll talk with our Preston standout student. We'll do all that as we continue right after this, as the pregame show continues on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back here to the pregame show as we're time to settle in with the first of our standout students from Preston High School. We want to thank our folks at Canyon Creek Dental for sponsoring this new package that we put together as we make our way throughout the school year. And our first student that we want to talk to is Maya Ashley from here at Preston. Maya, first of all, thank you for taking a few minutes to sit down with us. Let's talk about how your high school career has gone. What kind of subjects are you taking? What are your favorite subjects?
I'm still taking all of the core classes right now because I'm trying to get the STEM diploma along with my high school diploma. But I really enjoy taking math classes. So I have lots of math classes I'm taking. I'll be in statistics this year.
And you what year are you here at Preston?
I'm a senior this year.
Okay. So that's kind of good because now you're trying to now focus in a little bit on what you're going to do in the future? Any ideas on what your future plans might hold for once your high school career is done?
I know I want to go to college, but I don't know where. And then I think I want to go into something music related. And so whether that's as like a music teacher or working on instruments, I don't know yet.
Are you doing anything musical here at Preston?
I'm in the symphony here at Preston.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it since the 4th grade. So I play violin and cello in the symphony.
You're much better than me, because if I tried to play a violin, it would sound like a cat screaming down a back alley someplace.
That's how I started.
So you know kind of what you want to do. You want to be involved in music somehow. What are the big music colleges that might draw interest from you about where you might want to go?
So USU and ISU have music programs that I've kind of looked into. ISU's professors, I've met with some of them, and like I've done a couple of like workshops down there. And then USU, I went and talked to actually the piano professor down there, and he talked to me like about auditions and stuff. So maybe ISU or USU.
Maya Astley, our guest, our standout student here at Preston High School. So far here through your career here at Preston, what are your grades like? I mean, you're obviously, being a standout student the way you are, you must be putting up some very interesting grades.
I've had a 4.0 every single year, so just trying to keep my 4.0 this year.
That's a great goal, to be able to finish up your high school career with a 4.0 grade point average. So when you think about the way your high school career has gone, anything you like maybe would have changed different or still want to achieve while you're here?
I would have tried to have a little bit more fun my freshman and sophomore year. I just didn't really care too much about the student life, and I was super focused on grades, but I found now that I can still go and enjoy and do things and still keep good grades.
There's nothing wrong with focusing on grades, but then realizing, hey, you know what, I can have a life too as well. But you're doing great, and congratulations on everything you've done here at Preston.
Thank you.
That is Maya Astley, our first of our standout students here at Preston. This is a new segment brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. We'll take a time out. We'll have more on the pregame show right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
The Preston Indian football team come home Friday night after 3 straight road games to face the Burley Bobcats. The pregame show gets started about 6:20 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Flying S Title and Escrow, Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
And welcome back to the pregame show as the Lady Indians volleyball team getting ready to take on Snake River here tonight. Number of other games going on around the area, so let's take a look at the other games scheduled for this evening. As Century is on the road tonight as they go cross town as they'll go to Highland. Pocatello also on the road today as they will be at Rigby. Shelley hits the road, they'll go to Skyline. Hillcrest will skip across town as they will be at Idaho Falls. Bonneville is at Blackfoot. Marsh Valley takes on Sugar Salem. Thunder Ridge will go to Madison. Grace is at Grace Lutheran tonight. Minico will be at Jerome. Burley goes to Twin Falls. Owanee will be at Bora. Buell will play host to Kimberly tonight. Middleton is at Caldwell. Kuna will go to Centennial. Valley View will be at Columbia. Capital is at Eagle. Wood River will be at Mountain Home. Boise will face Mountain View. Bishop Kelly takes on Nampa. Skyview will take on Ridgeview. Wendell will be at Declo. And Gooding will be at Filer tonight. And once again, the Preston Lady Indians are here in the Blackfoot area tonight as they will take on Snake River coming up in just a few minutes. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Starting lineups and the first serve for tonight's match coming up just around the corner. Stay with us here on the pregame show on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. And welcome back here to Snake River High School, and thank you to 5 students from here at Snake River with our national anthem here this evening, as it's time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game, as we'll take you downstairs to our PA announcer.
Number 3, Avery Madsen. Number 4, Sophie Hess. Number 9, Mackley White. Number 10, Taylor Wackley. And as libero, number 20, Morgan Donaldson. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please make some homecoming noise for your Snake River Lady Panthers starting lineup. Number 9, Presley Matthews. Number 10, Avery Matthews. Number 15, Faye Driscoll. Number 18, Ava Morell. Number 44, Aiden Anderson. Number 55, Grace Gilbert. And as libero, number 99, Tally Carter. We'd also like to recognize the Snake River coaching staff: Cindy Anderson, Courtney Matthews, Carol Warner, Caitlin Gilbert, Bailey Stimson, and Chrissy Blackout. Good luck to both teams, and let's make some noise for the Preston Indians and Snake River Lady Panthers.
And there you have our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Once again, we apologize for no video tonight, but we thank all of our sponsors. And for those who still are logged on to mylocalradio.com, we'll keep the score the best we can for you tonight here on our nifty new graphic that we have for you on the screen. Preston comes in 7-5, 1-0 in conference play. They are dressed in their blue tops, kind of tank tops they're wearing tonight, with the white trim and white numerals on the back and black shorts. For Snake River, they are wearing white with jerseys with black epaulettes, black shorts, and black numbers on the back of their shirts. Preston will be in the court to our right, as they will be there, and they will attack right to left throughout the evening here tonight. Again, we'll remind you, upcoming for Preston Thursday night, they're back on the road as they'll go to American Falls for a match, and then back home Saturday afternoon, part of homecoming weekend for the Indians. Saturday afternoon, they will face the Bear River Bears in what should be a very entertaining and important match for the Indians coming up on Saturday. So if you can make it out, we certainly invite you to come out and enjoy some fun and exciting volleyball action back out at Preston Gym coming up on Saturday. So our officials are going through, checking all the starters. They toss the ball off to our right. That is to Avery Madsen. And we are ready to play volleyball here finally on this Tuesday evening. As Madsen will serve for the Indians. Goes right down the line. Tough dig. However, the Panthers able to keep it alive. They bump it over onto the Preston side. Free ball right away. Outside set comes to Hess, and that's just a hair too long and out of bounds. So Sophie Hess goes just maybe a width of the ball just beyond the baseline, as it's 1-0 in favor of Snake River. As they serve back over to the Indians for the first time. Nice hustle by Madsen to keep that in. And then Hess makes up for that one that she hit out of bounds by coming back and putting that one away. And it's 1-1 here in the first set. Mackley White will now serve for Preston. As White's serve is a deep middle, outside set, blocked at the net and down. As they're able to go up and get it, Hess was there. Also, Carly Dunn was there as well for the Indians. And it's a 2-1 Preston. Best 3 out of 5 here tonight. A conference match here for the Indians as well. As that's played over onto the Preston side. Donaldson comes to get it. That's played over by Dunn. Set outside here for the Panthers. They bump it over. Just another free ball here for the Indians. Outside they go to Wakely, and they can't dig that out. As trying to come up and get it was the libero, number 99, Taylor Carter, but came up just a little short, and Preston leads 3-1. White serves again. Boy, tough return. They're going to get this one over. That was a line drive right at somebody. As Dunn has it, for the Indians, and that'll be a double hit charged against Preston. And it's 3-2. So the serve will go back over to the Panthers. And Avery Matthews will now serve. As her serve is short, but it's dug out. Nice dig by Wakely. Goes back over onto the Panthers side of the net. Outside set is touched, and White not able to return it. It was partially blocked at the net, but White not able to get it back on the floor, and we're tied at 3. So back-to-back points for the Panthers ties the match. And the serve by Avery Matthews is into the net. Preston will retake the lead again at 4-3 and get the serve back again, as Morgan Donaldson will now drop back to serve. Donaldson, deep middle serves, a good one. Outside set to the opposite as she goes right down the line and able to put that away. That's Aiden Anderson with the point. So they set it to the opposite side, and Anderson able to take it right down the line, right where Preston couldn't get to it. We're tied at 4. As Grace Gilbert will now serve. The junior serve comes to Wakely. Set it backwards as White has it there. Nope, make it Hess. Hess goes partially off the block. Took enough steam out of the ball that was able to fall on the Preston side of the net, and it's now 5-4. Now Sophie Hess will rotate back in the back for the Indians to come in and serve. At 5-4 here in the first set, as Hess's serve goes into the net, tied at 5. The JV match went only 3 sets tonight, with Snake River winning that 2-1. And made room for the varsity to come aboard. Emma Cook now serving. As that set comes to Wakely, blocked at the net, kept alive again by the Indians. Back over onto the Panthers side, to the opposite, touched at the net and down. As Libby Gilbert, lining up as the opposite, able to put that away. And the Panthers have a lead again at 6-5. Cook's next serve, set in the middle as that comes to Ellie Nelson, and Ellie hits it just too long to make it 7-5. So a hitting mistake, a couple of bad hitting plays here by the Indians. They go down by 2. Morgan, deep middle return, comes outside as that comes to Knapp just onto the floor. Played there, back over onto the Preston side. Donaldson sets it here to Wakely, and Taylor able to drive that one home and pick up the point. Taylor shows why she is the leading hitter on the Preston team. Mackley White will come back in. Oakley Hatch will go back to the bench. Preston down a point at 7-6 as it is. That's going to be an ace as Taylor Wakely able to hit that unreturnable serve. So tied at 7. Just here in the first set, so settle in and enjoy part of your evening with us. Wakely serves again. Tough return and hit into the net. As coming up to try to make the play was Aiden Anderson. Was able to make the dig originally, but then after she got the set there, was not able to get it over the net, and Preston regains the lead again at 8-7. Wakely's next serve, well, they keep picking on Anderson over here in the deep left corner, as that one is going to find just inside the line. And a point again here for the Panthers. So Aiden Anderson will now drop back and serve. Tied at 8 here in the first set. First set tonight brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. They go short, picked off there, kept alive by the Indians as Wakely hits it into the net. 9-8, Panthers back on top on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Anderson will continue to serve here for the Panthers. Short, dug out by Wakely, set in the middle. As that again comes to Nelson, and this time Nelson hits it into the net. So now it's a 2-point lead for the Panthers as they go up 10-8. Anderson's next serve at Wakely, good dig. Nelson has to go over in the bench to try to play it and can't. It's off her hands. That goes out of bounds. And the Panthers have their biggest lead. Here as they go up by 3 rather. It's now 11-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 1. Anderson's next serve. Set on the opposite as that goes outside, as that goes to Knapp. And Macy Knapp able to put that away. So they break the string of points, do the Indians, and get the ball to get the serve back as it's now 11-9. Braxton Ware checks into the game. Gets her first chance to come in and serve tonight with her Indian teammates down by 2, and that's going to be into the net. So it's a service error against Ware, and it's 12-9. As player comes off the bench to assume the serve, that's Presley Matthews for Snake River, wearing number 9 in white, as she gives the serve right back to the Indians, as she too will hit it into the net. So back-to-back service errors. As Preston's gone all the way through their rotation, as Avery Madsen to serve. That's a good dig. Outside set. Gets it just over the block. Touched by the Indians, so they have to play it. Outside set. Down the line. Off a set of hands and a point for Sophie Hess as the Indians get back to within one again. (12-11). Matson's next serve, looking for the tie, is off the top of the net. Can they get it back over? Yes, they do, just barely. Now the Indians have to keep it alive. Outside set to White, tools the block, out of bounds, point for the Indians. So Preston able to tie it as it's now even at 12. Back and forth we go here in the first set. Serve deep middle, played there by the libero as they'll get it back over onto the Preston side. Matson sets outside. White hits it into the net, and it goes off the antenna, so it's a point for the Panthers and puts them back up on top at 13-12. So 13-12. Taylor Carter will serve again. Carter is the libero for the Panthers. As the set comes to the Indians, nice play there by Hess to get it over. However, it's dug out, and Carter will get it back over onto the Preston side. Set in the middle. That comes to Carly Dunn just back in, and Dunn able to put that away on the short little play. And it's now tied at 13 again here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. White serves, tough dig. They keep it alive as they get it back over. Played there by Gilbert, back onto the Indian side. In the middle, was that touched at the net? Officials apparently say no as White's her attack goes long. And it's 14-13 as Avery Matthews will now serve again here for the Panthers. They lead by a point here in set number one, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Set in the middle, Dunn bumps it over, free ball here for the Panthers. Outside set, touched by Madsen and goes out of bounds, and a kill for Grace Gilbert. So these teams pretty well evenly matched, although Preston had a 2-win advantage in their record coming into the match here tonight. 15-13. As Preston receives the serve outside, Wakely hits it into the net. That'll be too many hits. And once again, the Panthers will go up 3 as it's 16-13. Avery Matthews serves again. Deep middle, played there by Ware. Back set. That comes to Hess. And Hess tools the block and gets the point for the Indians. Off the block, into the net, and down onto the Panthers side. So it's 16-14 now on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. And Morgan Donaldson rotates back onto the floor for the Indians in her gold jersey as the libero to assume the serve. Tough return. It deflects off a couple of different people, and it's going to be an ace. Good unreturnable serve by Donaldson. She'll collect an ace for her effort, and it's now 16-15. Donaldson serves again. Short into the right corner, as that'll be a lift. Actually, they'll call it a double hit here against the Panthers, so it's going to be a point for Preston, and that will tie the score once again, as it's now 16-16. Next serve by Donaldson. Again into the right corner. Outside set. They go short into the block. Can they keep it alive? No. So Preston with another point. Good play at the net as the block able to get the ball back down. And the Panthers not able to dig it back up. So Preston goes back up by a point at 17-16. Donaldson's next serve. Played, challenge for it at the net. Good hustle there. as they able to get it back. Outside it goes to Wakely, touched at the net, and that'll be another kill for Taylor. That puts Preston up 18-16, and the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, and we have our first timeout here of the match. 18-16, Preston leads. First set tonight brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We'll come back right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Snake River. As Preston leads 18-16 here in the first. Dan Hubbard, we're here with you tonight. John Beverly back in the KCH studios as our studio engineer, keeping us on the air tonight, as we thank him for that. As the serve comes back over to the Panthers and able to put it away, as a good play in the back row as they hit it off the hands of Oakley Hatch, not able to get it back up, as the Panthers get back to within a point again at 18-17. So at 18-17, it'll be Grace Gilbert to serve here for Snake River. Gilbert's serve comes to Hatch in the back row, outside set, block there, and they're able to get it back over, but it's going to fall. Big attack there by Wakely off the block, came back over onto the Preston side, and the diving attempt to keep the play alive went out of bounds, and we're tied at 18. So 18-18 and Grace Gilbert serving. Back set comes to Hess. It's into the net or off the block. I was going to say into the net, but either way, Snake River has the lead again at 19-18. We're in the first. Biggest lead either side has had was 3 points. Anderson serves again. Back set again comes to Hess. That's dug out in the back row, kept alive. Oop, they set here on the opposite, and that's blocked at the net. Wakely and Nelson were there to collect the point for the Indians, and we're even at 19. Sophie Hess will now drop back and serve. Madsen will leave as Macy Knapp will come back on the floor for the Indians. 19-19. Hess serving as they'll flick it over, and it's going to be just inbounds. The flick from the setter in the middle of the front row, which is Libby Gilbert, that found just inside the far sidelines over on the left-hand side of the court. So 2019, Preston trails by a point again. They get it back on the floor. Hess gives it over. Free ball here for the Panthers. Outside set. Got it through the block, and Preston into the net. Point again for the Panthers, and it's 21-19. Waning moments of set number one, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Serve deep middle to Donaldson. Back set. That comes to Wakely, and Wakely hits that one too long. 22-19. And timeout taken this time by the Indians. 22-19 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We're in the waning moments of set number one. We'll take the timeout and be back right after this here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
All right, 22-19. Snake River leading here in the first set. They lead by 3 again. And they're 3 points away from claiming set number 1, as that's going to be out of bounds. On the service, it goes out of bounds. That's what Preston needed, a 3-point and getting the serve back. It's 22-20. Here's the serve, comes in as they're set on the reverse, and if I find that deep right corner, just out of the reach of Taylor Wakely to make it 23-19. Aiden Anderson will now serve. 2 points from the set. Tough serve, and it's going to be an ace. Donaldson had to dive to try to dig it up to get to return it, but she wasn't quite able to get it back up high enough. 24-20, set point for Snake River. Anderson serve, alive by the Indians. Wakely, too long, out of bounds, and the first set will go to Snake River. 25-20, the final score. So Snake River wins the first set here at home. And Preston knows now they have their work cut out for them as they trail 1-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll go to the second coming up here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. Thursday night, the Lady Indians volleyball team will head to American Falls for a conference match against the Beavers. The pregame show gets started at 6:30 with the first serve slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Flying S Title and Escrow, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian Volleyball Thursday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, we move on to set number 2 here tonight. Snake River wins the first set, 25-20. So we'll move into set number 2, and Snake River will serve to start the second set. Presley Matthews will serve to open set 2. As once again, the Panthers will go from left to right, and the first serve is an ace as it falls right in front of Sophie Hess. So 1-0, Snake River on top. Next serve comes to Wakely, able to dig it up in the middle. Set there for Dunn is played. Block at the net, out of bounds. Dunn and Hess there for the block, but it goes off their hands and out of bounds. Point again for the Panthers. As on the serve, the Panthers are out of position, out of rotation position. So that's a violation, and that's a point for the Indians. It's now 2-1 as Preston will get the serve, as White to serve there for the Indians. Kept alive. Donaldson gets a hand on it, and it's going to come in and land just out of bounds. They got a hand on it. Donaldson deflected it up and over the net, and it landed just outside of the line. So 3-1, as again Snake River has the serve after that very difficult play for the Indians. Donaldson, deep middle return. Middle outside set comes to Hess into the net. Preston able to keep it alive. Comes back to Wakely. She goes in the middle with a soft return. Blocked at the net. Blocked there by Dunn. Kept alive again by the Panthers. Back up into the front court. Comes back to Wakely. She goes short. Dug once, twice, kept alive. Once again, Carter able to bump it over. Free ball for the Indians. Outside set. Wakely. That's going to go out of bounds. Preston's complaining for a touch, and the chair official just shakes her head. No, nobody touched it. So 4-1. As the Panthers again jump out to a 3-point lead here early on. Carter's next serve is an ace, unreturnable by Donaldson. That makes it 5-1 here in the first. As the set comes backward to Hess, and Hess hits it wide of the near sideline. It's 6-1 now. So the libero, Taylor Carter, on a little bit of a run here point-wise. As Snake River leading by 5. She goes short, Wakely up to get it, set by Madsen, back set to Hess, who goes short herself and gets the point. So Hess goes short. Nobody in the second row able to come and get that ball inside the 10-foot line. As Preston will finally get the serve back at 6-2 as Morgan Donaldson will serve. They'll set it on the opposite. In the back row, played there by Wakely. Set in the middle. Nelson off the block, kept alive. Yes, they get it back to Wakely again. As Preston just tries to flick it over, played outside, comes back outside. Wakely up at the net now. Blocked there, comes to Nelson at the net to put it away. So a good dig on the attack by Nelson, but it just came right back over and hung above the net as it was Ellie Nelson able to put that away. Served by the Indians, blocked at the net. Comes back, kept alive again by Snake River. They bump it over, free ball for the Indians. Back set comes to Hess, and again, she's wide. She's trying to cut the court, and she's cutting it just a little bit too severely. She's trying to hit the ball just maybe a couple, 2 or 3 feet past the 10-foot line, and she's too strong trying to go across court. It's 7-3. Avery Matthews now to serve for the Panthers as the set comes to Wakely. That's off the block and down. Another point for Taylor. Preston goes up Preston trails 7-4 here in the first. Hess leaves. Braxton Ware rotates back in as she'll immediately drop back behind the line to take her serve. As Ware, good serve, hangs right over the net. Back and forth, touched a couple of times. Now back over onto the Panthers side. Outside set is dug out by White in the back row. Set it outside for Wakely, as that's going to go too long again. Kind of all or nothing for Taylor tonight. She either puts it away or hits it too long. 8-4. Serve back over to the Panthers again, as this will be Grace Gilbert to serve. Serve comes to Ware. Set by the Indians. Wakely, that's dug out. Kept alive again. Kind of tough return. Wakely able to keep that alive. As it goes to White, who will bump it over. Free ball here for Snake River. Outside set to the opposite. Too strong and well out of bounds. Libby Gilbert with the hitting error. As that ball goes well wide of the sideline. 8-5. Preston will get the serve back again. As now it will be Taylor Wakely to drop back and serve. The junior with the serve. Set outside. Partially blocked. Kept alive by the Indians again. Comes back. White off the block. And it's going to be a point for the Indians. So White went short. A diving Panther player able to get a hand on it, but nobody else could touch it after that. It's 8-6. Preston back to within 2 here in set 2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Second set, by the way, brought to you by Yardmaster. As the outside set comes back to Gilbert. She goes short, and Matson not able to get up high enough to get that ball out of the net. It hit up near the net tape. And, of course, Avery is not the tallest of players, and not able to get high enough to be able to go up and get it. It's 9-6. Madsen flashes a couple of signals with her back to the net as the setter. As that's a tough return. That's going to be another ace, as Donaldson not able to get that ball far enough to get it out of the net. And it's 10-6. So an ace for Emma Cook. Panthers up 4 here in the second on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the set comes to White, challenged at the net, and Preston gets it back over. Ball kept alive. Back over onto the Preston side again. Madsen sets outside for White. Touched in the back row, and a point for the Indians. So Mackley White with the point. As Ellie Nelson serves here for the Indians. They trail by 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Ball touched deep. Preston's got to go and get it. It comes to Wakely. She just bumps it back over into the Panther court. Set there. Kept alive again by Nelson. Outside set comes back to White. Kept alive again. Back over onto the Panthers side. From deep, that's off the hands of Wakely and out of bounds. Another point. As this time it was Grace Gilbert coming forward from that back row, able to put that one away. And it's 11-7. Next serve comes to Donaldson. Set it in the middle. That's deflected there off the attack of Dunn. As they get it back over, Morgan has that one again. As Madsen has to come way across court to try to play it and can't. It's another point here for the Panthers, and they go up by 5. It's 12-7. Panthers kind of having their way here in the second set. Serve at 12-7 comes to Wakely. Outside, White able to get the point. She went down the line. Libero diving for it in the back row, not able to get quite to it. And it's 12-8. Preston trails by 4, but they get the serve back again. As Avery Madsen will now drop back here to serve. Madsen's serve dug out, kept alive. Free ball here as they bump it over on the third hit. Comes to Preston. Outside set, White. Goes soft in the middle. This gives it back really tier 2. The Panthers again. Touched by the Indians, and that's down. Point again for the Panthers. Preston can only really just kind of put that back in play in the middle of the court. As they weren't able to do much with it. It's now 13-8. As the serve comes back, as Hess back onto the floor, able to put that away. So 13-9. As that is in again. Another kill outside for Wakely, and it's now 13-10. Blocked at the net, as that's going to fall on the Snake River side. It'd be a point for the Indians. So they make it 13-11 now as Preston gets back within 2. Set in the middle. Dunn off the dig and out of bounds. Carly Dunn with the big hit makes it 13-12. So Preston back to within a point. As the dig, they flick it over, comes the Donaldson. As short by Wakely. Kept alive, back over onto the Preston side. As Hess coming forward, hits it into the net. 14-12, Preston trails by 2 again. So here's Tally Carter again, serving. Set as they come to Hess. She hits it back at Carter again. Here's the set for the opposite, and that's going to be too long, as it was Avery Matthews going just a little too long, and Preston back to within 1 again at 14-13. So here's Morgan Donaldson back to serve again for the Indians. As that's off a hand, and can they get it back? No. So originally it was Presley Matthews trying to get a hand on it. She did, but the ball deflected off a different direction. Ended up being a point for the Indians. They're tied at 14. Here midway point of set number 2. As the set on the opposite, kept alive. Good dig by Matson. Get it back over onto the Panthers side of the net. Set in the middle this time. That's going to be... He started to get out of the way, I guess, did the line judge. And then once he stopped running, he said the ball was in. So a point for the Panthers, as it'll be Avery Matthews to serve here again. 15-14 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard as the serve is into the net. Service error ties the set again. Second set brought to you by Yardmaster. Braxton Ware will come back on again to the floor again for Preston, and we'll go right back and assume the serve. Tied at 15. Ware's serve is a dig that's not returnable, not playable by the Panthers. It goes into the net. Preston will assume the point, and they'll have a lead again. It's 16-15 here in the second set. So Preston up 1 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Ware serving again. Good sinking serve. That's played outside, blocked at the net, down point for the Indians. Nelson was there, Madsen was there. And Preston has the point and leads 17-15. Off the top of the net on the serve, played back as it comes back over onto the Preston side. Good return as the dig is kept in play. Donaldson will bump it over. Free ball here for Snake River. Outside set, just off the top of the block, kept alive, however. Set it outside for Ware. Ware tools the block. This is going to come down out of bounds, but Panthers able to keep it alive, get it back on the floor. Madsen flicks it over, and coming over is Carter to keep it alive this time. As Madsen again onto the floor. As in the block there, Preston keeps it alive, back at the net again, and right there is Ellie Nelson to slam the lid and put the point away. 18-15, and Preston wants a timeout. Preston leads by 5 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Set number 2 tonight is brought to you by Yardmaster, as we'll take a timeout and come back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
After 3 weeks on the road, Preston football team's back at home this Friday night. They'll host Burley. As we'll have that game for you. Pregame at 6:20, kickoff slated for 7. And we'll have that game for you here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Braxton Ware continues her serve here for the Indians as it's an ace. As the dig goes out of bounds and Preston goes up 4 at 19-15. So Preston leading now. Ware's next serve, deep middle, played there, set on the opposite. Dug out again. As Ware has this one. Whoops. And Madsen comes over to as the setter to make the set, and the ball slipped right between her fingers. Point for the Panthers, 19-16. So here's Grace Gilbert back in to serve. Here in the second set. Serve comes to Donaldson. Set in the middle. Where that is Wakely. Wakely, little left-handed redirection of the ball. Gets the point, and it's 20-16. Taylor Wakely will now drop back and serve. Taylor. That's a big, strong jump serve of hers. However, that finds the net this time. And it's 20-17 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. So here's Emma Cook back in to serve as she comes back onto the floor off the bench here for the Panthers. Serve to Wakely, outside set, White. tools the block and gets the point. Absolutely. That's was off the block into the net and fell on the Preston or fell on the Snake River side of the net. So 21-17. Hold on, they have the now they give the point to the Indians. They have 21-18 on the scoreboard. I think, not sure the scoreboard is correct. Ellie Nelson will serve for the Indians. They gave that questionable point to the Indians, but I think they put it up on the scoreboard. We'll match the scoreboard here just to make sure things are the same. Nelson's serve returned here by the Panthers. Back to the Indians. Wakely from deep is too long. 21-19. So here's Aiden Anderson now to serve for Snake River. Preston leading by 2. The serve comes to Madsen. Challenge for it at the net. It's going to fall on the Preston side. Dunn was there. Also coming in there to get a hand on it was Ava Morrell for the Panthers. And it falls on the Preston side of the net, and it's a 1-point game at 21-20. Serve over onto the Preston side. White, too long. We're tied at 21. So you're getting down into the nitty-gritty here of the second set. Tied at 21. Anderson serves. Flicked over by the Indians, and the return is going to be in the corner, in the deep left corner, as it'll be a point for the Panthers. They go up 22-21. Anderson's next serve. Deep middle played by Wakely. Comes back to White. That's going to be off the net and comes all the way back and lands just in the corner. And wouldn't you know it, it's going to be another point for the Panthers as that falls just in bounds. They go up 2. It's 23-22. Bridget Knapp wants a timeout. Can't say I blame her with her team 2 points away from going down 2-0 here. 23-21. Panthers lead on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard as we'll take another timeout here from Snake River and be back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Well, important time coming up here for the Indians. They trail by 2, 23-21. They also trail 1-0. As Anderson's serve continues for the Panthers. Set in the middle. Dunn goes short for the point. Again, she finds that little soft spot in the middle of the defense. As it's 23-22. Sophie Hess back in for the Indians. Madsen to serve here. As it'll be played over. Free ball here for the Indians. Madsen will set. Wakely from the back row. That's dug out. Kept alive again by the Panthers. They set to the far side. Indians have this one. As they'll go in the middle for Dunn again. That's kept alive. As it comes back to Anderson. She bumps it over here for Snake River. Back to Madsen, who plays it over. Again, back over onto the Preston side, and Dunn just steers it back over to Snake River again. Touched, as they got to get it back over. Donaldson does. Kept alive. Nice play by Morgan. Outside set. Miss hit, kept to keep it alive. Yes, they do. Preston gets it back over, and they will collect the point. Great defensive play by Morgan Donaldson to keep the ball alive. Preston able to come back from that 2 points down as we're now tied at 23 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. That's a heck of a point. That's probably the best point of the match so far. As Madsen off the top of the net falls over for an ace. Now Preston looks at set point, but not before a timeout called here by the Snake River Panthers. 24-23, Preston leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Again, back in 30 seconds here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
All right, set point for Preston. Trying to get back into the match. Avery Madsen to serve. 24-23, she goes short. Dugout, kept alive. Now set from the back row into the net. As Grace Gilbert hits it into the net, and Preston's going to take the second set. 25-23 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, and we are now tied at 1 set apiece. Preston needed that. They couldn't afford to go down 2-0, not at all. So we'll take a timeout. Set number 3 brought to you by Preston Auto Parts coming up right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH.
All right, Preston able to get back into the match as they pick up a win in set number 2. So we go to set 3 here with the Indians now even, 1 set apiece. As it becomes a best 2 out of 3 here now. As Preston will bring their regular starting 6 back onto the floor. and see if Donaldson will rotate in here or not. She's standing right on the sideline talking to Coach Knapp, as indeed she will rotate in. And Ellie Nelson will rotate off here in this first rotation here for the Indians, as Preston will serve here to start set number 3 coming up here in just a moment. Set number 3 tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. So Avery Madsen back to serve. Waiting for the officials. Whoops, now they want to come over, and our down official wants to come talk to the chair official for a moment. He was looking at the players on the floor for Snake River. As then come over and looking at their rotation sheet. So they're still talking about things. Preston on the road again coming up on Thursday. That's their next match, as they will be at American Falls. Again, that's a first serve slated for 7. We apologize for being a little behind tonight. That's because evidently the freshman match must have run a little long. So now it looks like we're ready to go. So back here from Snake River as we go to set 3. And Avery Madsen serves for the Indians to start the set. Good deep middle serve. Set goes outside and hit into the net by Avery Matthews. And for the first time tonight, Preston will jump out in front as they score the first point of the set, and it's 1-0. See if Preston can make a run now here and try to take charge of this match. Tied at 1, outside set. That's dug out, kept alive. Nice job as Dunn keeps it alive. Back over onto the Panthers side. They free ball back here to the Indians as White has it and goes short for another point. So a good play by the Indians to keep the ball alive, and in doing so, they end up getting the point. As Madsen will serve again, her team up 2-0 here in the beginning of set number 3. As Preston hits it into the net. As Snake River gets on the board, it's 2-1. Here in set number 3. Serve comes to Donaldson deep middle. Set at the net. That's Dunn coming forward off the hands of the block and down. A point for the Indians. It's 3-1 now on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Nope. They gave the point back over the other way for some reason. So give the point to the Panthers as it's tied 2-2. I didn't see the explanation for that. Outside set, Hess. Dug out in the back. Kept alive there by Gilbert. Kept alive back over onto the Indian side of the net. Back set comes back to Hess against. That's dug out by Anderson. Carter will play it as Gilbert will just bump it over. Free ball for the Indians in the middle. Done. Out of bounds. They're going to say no touch. Point again for Snake River. 3-2. So here's Taylor Carter to serve. Donaldson, deep middle, set for Hess. Hess blocked at the net. Dunn able to keep that alive as Madsen plays it over. Outside in the middle, off the hands of Donaldson. Another point as that one's delivered by number 19, who we did not have a number for. So the point here goes to the Panthers again. It's now 4-2. Carter serving again into the net. Service error, point for the Indians. Side out. And Preston will get the point at 4-3 and get the serve again. So White subs back in as she will serve here. As the Panthers give it back to the Indians. Free ball set in the middle. That comes back to Dunn. She just plays it over. Outside, blocked at the net by the Indians, and it's out of bounds. So a point for Preston. Dunn and Hess were there with the block as we are tied at 4. On the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, White's next serve comes right down the right sideline. Back to White. Back to Dunn. She bump it over, and it's out of bounds. Just tried to just play it, maybe just a little bit too much attack on that, as she hit it just wide of the sideline. She was just trying to make sure she got it in play on the run. As Matthews now to serve, it's going to go short and an ace. 6-4, Panthers. Matthews to serve to Donaldson. Set it in the middle, back to Dunn again. That's dug out, kept alive. They'll set outside. Played by in the back row by White. Back over onto the Panthers side again. Again, another set right in the middle and tooling the block, as this time it is Faye Driscoll able to put that away and get the point. And it's now 7-4 as once again the Panthers go up by 3. We're in the third, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Snake River serves at 7-4. Wakely off the block, kept alive. They had to chase it up into the front row of the stands, which they do, but then they can't get it over. Would have been too many hits at that point anyway, so it's a point for the Indians at 7-5, and Morgan Donaldson will now serve again. Once again, we apologize for no video tonight, but due to the contract agreement between Snake River and NFHS, as Morgan Donaldson's serve is into the net. That's why we are unable to bring you video of tonight's match. That will not be a problem coming up on Thursday. We will have video on Thursday. So 8-5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Grace Gilbert serves to White. Set it outside. Wakely into the block and down. Point for the Indians. 8-6 here in set number 3. Tied at 1 tonight. Hess rotates out. Braxton Ware back on, and she will serve here. Good serve, tough dig. As they play it over, free ball for the Indians. Set, back set, as they try to get it to Nelson, who hits it into the net. Try to get it to Ellie on that little rotation play. As she comes around, and Madsen with the little reverse set on the opposite. And this time Nelson hits it into the net. It's 9-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Emma Cook serving again. Outside, Nelson hits it into the block, tools it well, and Preston gets the point. It's 9-7. Taylor Wakely will now serve for the Indians. As she goes down the line, that's played there by Gilbert. As that to be played from deep, as Grace Gilbert hits it too long and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. And Preston's back to within 1 again at 9-8. Wakely's next serve goes to Carter in the back row. They'll just have to play it over, so here's a free ball for the Indians. Set it. Donaldson has to give it right back, and then bumps it out of bounds. Preston was just kind of out of sorts, as the first dig was not quite right, and everything after that, just trying to play the ball, was not quite right as well. So here now is Aiden Anderson to serve again. Madsen up to get it, comes to Nelson. Nelson caught cross court, dug out by Anderson. They'll have to just bump this one over, but Anderson hits it into the net, and it is 10-9. So Ellie Nelson will now serve here for the Indians. Preston trails by a point. Approaching midway of set number 3. Back set, too long. So Preston ties the set as they get even at 10. Nelson serves again. Deep middle to Carter. Set outside into the net again, as once again that is Libby Gilbert hitting into the net, and Preston goes up 11-10. So Preston up by a point now. Nelson's next serve. Carter has to try to play it over again, and they're getting. The Panthers are falling into a trap as they're having to play the ball over from deep from the back on the third hit, and they have no choice to try to get it back over, and they're not able to get it back over into play. Timeout on the floor. Preston leads 12-10 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Set number 3 brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
All right, we are in set number 3. Preston leads 12-10. Ellie Nelson will continue to serve here for the Indians. As the serve comes to the net, kept alive. Nice diving play by Nelson, and then Dunn just backhands it over. So free ball here, blocked, kept alive again, back over onto the Preston side. As Nelson got the block but kept alive. They go outside, and White able to put it away, and Preston's got the point, and they now lead 13-10. That's all set up by a great play by Ellie Nelson to keep the ball alive when it came back over onto the Preston side of the net. So Preston up 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Outside set. It comes back in the back row. Wakely has it there. In the middle, Dunn, partially blocked. Anderson comes over to get it. Sets it short for Gilbert. Nelson keeps it alive. As they'll just bump it over, Wakely comes forward to do the honors. As coming up, charging up, just a little short is Morrill. And that's going to be a point for her. Ava Morrill able to pick up the point, just running forward. And serve will come back over now to Snake River. As once again, it's Presley Matthews now to serve at Preston leading 13-11. In the middle, that is Dunn, dug out neatly, kept alive. Wakely able to go and get that one, keep it alive. Comes back to Donaldson for the Indians. She backhands it over. Here's the back set on the opposite, as that's played there by Matthews. Comes back to Wakely. She'll just run forward and play it back over onto the Panthers side. And the kill attempt, the attack from the far side is wide. It'll be a point for the Indians. 14-11. Boy, everybody over on the Snake River bench jumped up. They thought they had a perfect alley right down the sideline, but the attack went wide. 14-11. Avery Madsen serves and it goes into the net. Service error for Avery. 14-12. We're midway through set number 3. One set apiece here between Preston and Snake River in this conference match. Serve comes to Wakely, deep middle, set it, tried to get it back over. That's going to be too many hits against the Indians. Nope. Or yeah, they pointed the wrong way. Too many hits against the Indians. That's what I was going to say. They pointed as at a point for the Indians and went, wait a minute, that's not right. So 14-13. Carter to serve. Tally Carter to Wakely. Set to Hess, too long. Not a good set to where Hess could keep her momentum going to the net and drive the ball. She had to reach back and try to hit it from behind her head, and the ball went too long. Carter's next serve comes to Donaldson. Played by White, comes to Hess in the front row. Kept alive there. They'll bump it back over, so here's another free ball here for the Indians. Set in the middle, comes to Dunn. Off the block and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. 15-14. So Preston back up on top. Mackley White will serve here for the Lady Indians. Good serve dug out by Carter. They'll just have to bump it over, so there's another free ball for Preston. Set outside. Wakely attacks off the block, partially blocked, kept alive. Carter from deep in the back gets it back over, played there by Donaldson. Back to Wakely again, too long. Point for Snake River, tied at 15 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. You get the feeling we're going 5 tonight. Can't get much more even. Tied at 1, tied at 15. Set in the middle. Dunn off the hands as that goes off the hands of Matthews and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. 16-15, Preston leading. Morgan Donaldson now drops back to serve. Deep middle, played there. This will be a free ball for the Indians. That's out of bounds. Yes, it is. They tried to just run up and play it down the sideline, Grace Gilbert, but it went wide, and Preston goes back up by 2 again. It's 17-15. So Donaldson's serve continues again. She goes over to the opposite side of the court this time, as that'll be into the net. Tough attempt by Presley Matthews from deep in the floor. Couldn't get it quite over the top of the net cord. 18-15, Preston goes back up by 3 again. Donaldson's next serve. Again, deep middle. Outside set for Anderson, kept alive there by White. Back over onto the Preston side as it's played there. Outside set, partially blocked. Madsen down to one knee to play it. Comes back to Wakely. Wakely for the kill. Got it wide of Carter, and Carter was not able to get it. So Preston goes up 19-15 here in the third. Preston looking to go up, pick up a second conference win before having to face Bear Lake coming up on Saturday. As ball flicked over. Free ball for the Indians. Nelson in the middle. Put away. Nice play. Ellie Nelson drives that one right down through the middle of the defense. 20-15. Donaldson on a run here. She'll serve again. Again, the serve comes to Matthews in the middle, deep middle. Back over onto the Preston side. Nelson will set. Comes to Wakely. Wakely's got another kill. 21-15 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Here in set number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts. Donaldson finally has her serve broken as she hits that one into the net. 21-16. Grace Gilbert will serve. Libby Gilbert rotates in. Serve played by the Indians. As a heck of a play by Madsen to keep it alive, but Hess not able to get it back over the net. Hess had to follow Madsen out of bounds over toward the scorer's table. but not able to get it back onto the floor. And it's 21-17, but Preston still leads by 4. Serve comes to Matson. Set outside, Wakely. That's dug out as Gilbert able to get that one back. Nelson will bump it back over onto the Snake River side of the net. Again kept alive by Donaldson, but she can't get it all the way back over as the dig goes into the net, and it's 21-18. Look out, here comes Snake River again. 21-18. Gilbert's next serve. Short middle, look out, they're going to go up and get it. There's Hess to keep it alive. And then a nice quick little play there by Madsen just to flick it over her head and into the middle where there was nobody standing. Point for the Indians. They go up 22-18. 3 points away from claiming set 3 as Braxton Ware will now check back in. Braxton's first serve. Played there outside on the set on the attack side. And Preston, as Nelson and Madsen both go for it, and then both of them peel off at the last second. So a little lack of communication there. Cost Preston a point. 22-19 now. As Emma Cook comes back onto the floor, and she will assume the serve here for the Panthers. Serve comes to Donaldson. Outside, actually it's Wakely in the middle, as they're going to say no touch and they're just too long. So it's 22-20. Serve comes to White, played there as Nelson into the net, kept alive again. Back on the Preston side. Back as Wakely tools the block, as Taylor's got another kill. Point for the Indians. It's now 23-20. Nervous time here at Snake River for the Lady Indians. They lead by 3, 2 points away from the set. Wakely to serve. Good dig. Not a good set, however, so they have to play it over. Free ball for the Indians. What can they do with it? In the middle. It goes to Nelson off the block and out of bounds. Point for Preston. Set point. 24-20. And timeout once again taken by Snake River. 24-20. Preston leads on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard here in set number 3. Back with more right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
All right, Indians come back out on the floor. They have the serve. It's set point. Taylor Wakely will serve here for Preston. Wakely, serve, set, outside. They go down the line. White able to keep it alive. Set it, Madsen. As it comes to Nelson. Nelson into the block, and it's a point for the Indians. And Preston takes the second set, 25-20 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. That puts Preston up 2-1 here, as we'll go the fourth, as Preston will go looking for the victory with another win in the fourth set, as they win the second 25-20. Taking time out. Back with set number 4 right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
The Preston Indian football team come home Friday night after 3 straight road games to face the Burley Bobcats. The pregame show gets started about 6:20 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Flying S Title and Escrow, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
KACH.
All right, we go to set number 4 here tonight. Preston leading 3 sets to 1. Check that, 2 sets to 1, I should say. And Snake River will serve to open the set. And Preston looking to walk away with a victory here tonight with a victory here in set number 4. They will stay with their usual 6 out on the floor to start the set. As Preston wins the second and third by identical scores of 25-20. So Presley Matthews starts the set outside Hess. Off the block, it's down, point for the Indians. So Preston opens the fourth with a point. Mackley White serving. Deep left corner. Partially blocked off, and that's off the hands of Dunn as that goes out of bounds. And that will tie it at 1-1. Dunn got hands on it at the net with the block. But it deflected off the block and out of bounds, and now here is Taylor Carter to serve. Again here for the Panthers. Serves it at Wakely. Dunn off the block, down, point there for Carly. 2-1. Set number 4 tonight brought to you by Papa J's, home of the world's best jerky. 2-1, Preston leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Morgan Donaldson serves. Deep middle, set it at the net. Preston able to keep it alive. Good job. Madsen will just bump it over. Free ball here for the Panthers. They'll go outside this time. Blocked as Nelson was there at the net again. Set comes to Nelson. That's going to be touched in the back row. Now wait a minute. As the flag, the linesman started to point down and then changed his mind halfway up, and the officials agreed. Rather undecisive movement by the linesman. 2-2. Serve comes to Wakely. Set outside Hess. That's played there. Nice dig by Matthews, but the Panthers are not able to get it back across the net. Preston go up 3-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here. As now here comes Braxton Ware again back onto the floor. So Ware will serve. Tough return. They keep it alive. Now they just have to bump it over. Free ball for the Indians. Madsen sets. Comes to Wakely. As that again is going to be too long. Once again, the set tied at 3 here in the fourth. So Grace Gilbert will serve here. Libby Gilbert back onto the floor as well. As the back set, that comes to Wakely. She tools the block and gets another kill. 4-3. As now Taylor Wakely, after picking up the point, will drop back and serve again here for Preston. Off the top of the net, dug out by the Panthers. Outside set, Anderson's going to hit it way too long, and Preston's going to go up 5-3. So Preston leads by 2 here in the fourth. Wakely's next serve. Tough return. It's going to be an ace. Unreturnable, and it's 6-3. So 6-3. Wakely's next serve runs across the top of the net. It's going to go out of bounds. That almost fell on the line, but landed just outside of the line. So it goes as a service error officially. It's 6-4. So we'll get another server rotating in here for Snake River, as it'll be Emma Cook to come back onto the floor, as she will serve. Her team down 6-4. Back set, Nelson off the block. This time they do keep it alive, as they'll just bump it back over. Donaldson up to get it there for Preston. Outside set, White off the hands this time, as Avery Matthews not able to get it, as Preston will go up 7-4 on the kill by White. Nelson will now serve for the Indians. Preston up 7-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Nelson with the dig, keeps it alive off the back row. Wakely is dug out. Comes to Anderson, kept alive on her attack, as Nelson able to charge up to the net but can't get it quite back over. That's a tough play by Ellie. She's charging forward to an area where there's nobody at but her, trying to come forward, and she couldn't get it back over the net. It's 7-5. Aiden Anderson will serve. Deep middle, block there. Dunn has her attack block, kept back over onto the Preston side. They get it back over the net again. This comes back over again. It's kept alive again on a heck of a play by Ware. Big attack here by Wakely's dugout in the back row. Again, they'll just bump it back over. Free ball for the Indians. Outside set. Back to White. Down the line. Point Indians. Able to take it right down the line was Mackley White, and the sophomore picks up the big kill. 8-5, Preston leads here in set number 4. Preston leading 2-1. Short serve. They'll play it short as Hess comes up to get it. Back outside, White tries to go short, but hits it not quite over the net. So short, certainly the theme of that point, as Preston not able to get it. And it's now 8-6 Indians on top on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 4. Presley Matthews serving to Wakely. Set as attacking forward. Dunn is dug out. Again, they'll set it again outside. It comes back to White this time as White tools the block, gets the point, and it's now 9-6. Fourth set brought to you by Papa J's, home of the world's best jerky. Pretty good deli, too. I highly recommend. White serves. Almost unreturnable. They're able to get it back over. Yes, they do. Carter able to play it as Preston almost gave it back. Madsen gets it back over, and now the Panthers keep it alive. Back over onto the Preston side. Donaldson sets for Wakely. Back to Carter to the deep middle. She keeps it alive there. They just bump it back over onto the Preston side again. Big set in the middle comes to Dunn. She two-hands it over softly. Back over, Donaldson able to keep this one alive, and Wakely again will go too long. It came to Wakely on the third hit. She had no choice but just kind of swing at it blindly as it goes out of bounds. 9-7, Preston still leading by 2. Taylor Carter to serve here again for the Panthers. As once again it's Wakely. Taylor makes it 10-7 with the point. As Morgan Donaldson will now serve again here for the Indians. Good serve. Set it outside as it comes to Gilbert. That's dug out by the Indians. They keep it alive. Back row, White into the net, and Preston can't get it back up. So, point for the Panthers, make it 10-8. Preston still clinging to that 2-point lead here in set number 4. Avery Matthews serves. Set in the middle comes to Nelson. Carter has the dig. As Anderson puts it into the net, can't get it over. Point for the Indians. Preston now leads 11-8. Braxton Ware back onto the floor as Sophie Hess will leave. As Ware comes back in to serve with a 3-point lead. As Ware, deep middle, set outside, too long. As coming up on the attack, Anderson hits it too deep. Preston goes up 12-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Ware's next serve. Ace. Boy, that thing sunk like it fell off the edge of the table. As Presley Matthews not able to dig it out, and a timeout called by the Panthers as Preston goes up by 5, 13-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Set number 4 is brought to you by Papa J's. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com. All
right, Preston leading 13-8 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. They lead 2-1. And looking to wrap this up with if they can get a win here in set number 4. Braxton Ware continues her serve. That's off the hands of Matthews, kept alive. Can they get it back over? No, it's going to be out of bounds. Point again for the Indians. 14-8 as they go up 6. Ware serving again. Good sinking serve, comes to the net. They get it over the net, but Preston can't dig it out. So the Panthers got it back over onto the Preston side, but did so very softly, and Preston not able to keep the ball moving. It's now 14-9 as the serve back over onto the Snake River side of the net, as it'll be Grace Gilbert to serve. Gilbert dug out by Ware, set in the middle. Wakely too long. She's got a lot of kills tonight, but she also has a lot of hitting errors as well. She has been very strong, but hitting the ball flat, straight, rather than down. If she could get rid of all those hitting errors she has, she would easily double her number of kills in the match. Nelson outside, too long again. Back-to-back points for the Panthers, 14-11. Preston lead is 3. Serve continues for Grace Gilbert. She goes short. Donaldson has it there, kept alive. White will play it over. Let's see what the Panthers can do with it here. They just have to kind of steer it back over onto the Preston side as Madsen goes up to gets it, as it's going to stay on the Panther side of the net. Wakely challenged for it at the net, but they're able to dig it out. Comes back outside again. Nelson on the curl. It's off the block and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. 15-11. Taylor Wakely back to serve again here for the Indians. Her serve comes in the back row. They'll set it in the middle. They go short for the point, as able to come up and make the play was Anderson, as Preston kind of retreated, thinking it was going to be more of a more aggressive attack, and Anderson found the soft spot in the middle of the floor. 15-12. Preston's lead is still 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Back set. Nelson, too long. (15-13). Preston's lead is 2 as the serve comes dug out there by Ware. And once again, from deep in the court, Preston again hits it too long. I believe that was Taylor Wakely again. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point set, 15-14. Remember, Preston led by 6 just a moment ago. White played there. They got to hustle to get it, but they can't get there in time. Point for the Indians, as Emma Cook could not get quite to the point in time. 16-14 on the side out, as Ellie Nelson will now serve again here for Preston. Kept alive. Anderson goes cross court. Ware has that. Madsen with the set. Wakely off the top of the net and down. Taylor got a break that time. She hit it so hard it still snuck over the top of the net and then fell straight down. 17-14. Preston on top here in the 4th set. Nelson serves again. They have to hit this one over from deep, and they hit it out of bounds. They being the Panthers. So Preston up 18-14. On the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 4. Carter with the dig. Gilbert has to bump it over. Free ball for the Indians. Not a good set, as White tried to come up and get a hand on it but couldn't. The set was way too close to the net. and there was nothing White could do about it. 18-15. Here comes Aiden Anderson again. Now, she's put together some pretty good runs of points here for Snake River. See if Preston can get the side out right quick. As the set comes outside, down the line, Ware has the bat. Back to Wakely, kept alive by Carter. As Gilbert plays it back over, as Donaldson had snuck forward and couldn't go back far enough to get to the point, and it's 16. 18-16 the score. Preston leads by 2. Anderson's next serve. Look out, that hangs right over the net, and going up to get it and driving it right back down onto the Preston side as that ball put away by Libby Gilbert, and once again it's a 1-point set. 18-17. Here in the fourth, brought to you by Papa J's. Anderson's next serve, looking for the tie. As, again, not able to make it. It officially will go down as an ace, as an unreturnable serve, as we're tied at 18. And timeout on the floor, called by the Indians. 18-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Here in the fourth, we're back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
So Preston trying to end it here in the fourth. Snake River trying to hang tough and a fifth set. But they need to win the set here. 18-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the serve played by the Indians comes to White. She goes short, dug out. They'll set it back to Gilbert again. Play by the Indians. Can they get it back over? Yes, as Donaldson keeps it in play. Again, the outside set. Donaldson got a hand on it, but they can't get it back over. The big kill from the outside by Libby Gilbert. And that puts Snake River back on top, 19-18. Latter stages, set 4. We told you Anderson puts on a string of points, and she's right in the middle of it now. Set in the middle, done, blocked. Comes back to Wakely. She two-hands it back over. Free ball here. In the middle, set off the hands of Ware and out of bounds again, and it's 20-18. As, again, the Panthers with another point. Snake River up 2. Aiden Anderson continues the serve. Her next serve comes to Wakely. Set comes to White. That's off the hands of Carter. She keeps that alive. They'll just have to bump it over. This will be a free ball for the Indians. Madsen's going to set it in the middle as it comes to Dunn. That's kept alive. Outside set back to Gilbert again this time for the Panthers. She went soft. Free ball again for the Indians. White again kept up. The ball stays alive. Wakely now from the back row. Carter has the dig there. Back to again from the back row. That is Gilbert to play it back over onto the Preston side. Inside the 10-foot line. Madsen gives it back. And off the top of the net, back over to the Indians again. Back to Wakely as Wakely hits it into the net. And it's 20. Point for the Indians. It's 28-19. Sophie Hess back onto the floor for Preston. Avery Madsen to serve, down by a point. Anderson They play it deep. Gilbert just has to give it back over to Preston. Outside set. White. Dug out by Carter in the back row. Back up into the front. That's going to say that they're going to say that one was touched. And it'll be a point for the Panthers to go up again by 2 at 21-19. As the set came to Libby Gilbert on the attack side. And she was able to get it off the block. And it'll be Presley Matthews now to serve at 21-19 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Set outside as that comes to Hess, kept alive as Madsen gets it back up. In the back, it's Wakely again off the top of the net for the point. Wakely got it off the top of the net. Matthews came over to try to make the play but couldn't. And it's 21-20. White will now serve. Now a little bit of an advantage for the Indians as Wakely's back up in the front row now with this rotation. As Gilbert gives it over. Wakely sets outside as it's too long. Taylor hits it too strong again, 22-20 here in the fourth on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Tally Carter back to serve again. 22-20. Donaldson. Madsen with the set. Look out. That's going to be a double hit charged against Madsen. And it's 23-20. Avery looked up to say she said I said it correctly. As Coach Knapp asked the chair official, she said, nope, it was her call. She made the call all by herself. As Hess gets it over, blocked by there at the net. Back over on the Indian side, kept alive again by the Indians. This time Madsen just gives it back over. Bumped over this time into the middle of the floor. Nobody there for the Indians. Set point coming up here for the Panthers. 24-20 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Snake River a point away from forcing a fifth set. Carter with the serve. Wakely. Set. Done. Out of bounds. Snake River wins set number 4, 25-20. That seems to be the lucky number tonight. As Preston had won the two previous sets by the same score. And now we're going to the fifth. 25-20 after 4. Hang on, we're going to the fifth set here tonight. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong. Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
KACH.
All right, we're headed into the fifth set as Snake River kind of flexed their muscles a little bit after trailing in the middle of the fourth, able to fight their way back and win set number 4, 25-20. And Preston now finds themselves in a must-win situation as we go to a fifth. Remember, it's first 1 to 15, you got to win by 2. As Preston again will bring their usual 6 back out onto the floor here to start the fifth set rather. Remind you again, Preston back out on the road Thursday night. We'll be over in American Falls, take on the Beavers, and just another step in what is a busy week here for Preston Athletics. The boys back home football team on Friday night as they'll be home against Burley to celebrate homecoming. And then Preston Indians again on Saturday at home, 1 o'clock on Saturday against Bear Lake. As Preston ends up in this new conference after staying at 4A. Bear Lake, Marsh Valley, Snake River, American Falls, and Preston, all in the same conference. So Preston now having to fight their way through some conference matches. They beat Marsh Valley last Saturday. They have a 1-0 record as far as conference goes. And now trying to come up with a win here as we go to the fifth. Avery Matson will serve here for the Indians. First serve comes to Carter, deep middle. They'll set it, dug out there. Hess with the set as Matson plays it over. Gives it back, free ball here. Anderson, block, off the block and out of bounds. It's going to be a point for Snake River to open the set. One nothing. Serve comes in the back row. Wakely has it there. Dunn partially blocked, but played in the back row again by Carter. As again, Preston able to block it at the net. As this time Snake River will play it back over, but flicks it out of bounds. And we're tied at 1. So Mackley White will now serve in a 1-1 tie. Deep, Carter has it. They set it inside, blocked at the net by the Indians. As Anderson flicks it back over. Free ball here for Preston. It's Wakely at the net. That's blocked at the net. Again, kept alive here by Preston as Hess can't get it high enough. She plays it into the net, and it's 2-1. So here's Avery Matthews to now serve for Snake River. They lead 2-1 here in the fifth on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the set outside, Wakely partially off the block, took enough steam off the ball to where Carter couldn't get it, and it fell in front of her. As Wakely with another kill ties the set at 2s. So 2-2 on the side out. And now here's Morgan Donaldson to serve. The junior libero for the Indians. Serving to Carter. As the set comes to Gilbert in the back row, they play it over. Hess has it. That's off the block and down. Point for the Indians. They take their first lead here of set number 5. First 1 to 15, got to win by 2. Donaldson to serve again. Set, back set, on the reverse. That comes to Gilbert, who hits it into the net, and Preston goes up 4-2. Remember, Preston led by 6 last set, but that didn't stop the Panthers from storming right back and winning it. Donaldson serves again. As the set outside, Anderson kind of mishit it, but the Indians able to keep it alive. That's played at the net, as that is Sophie Hess. Almost looked like a mishit, but it's going to go for the point, as, again, the Panthers unable to return it. 5-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 5. Serve to Anderson. As off the block, it's going to be touched and goes out of bounds. As Morrell able to get the point. That makes it 5-3. Now Grace Gilbert will serve again. Preston leading by 2. White able to dig it out, comes back. Nelson hits it too far. They set it for Ellie, and she, again, not able to get it down into the floor. So it's 5-4. Preston still leads by a point. Who's going to blink first here in the 5th? That's the question. Madsen to Wakely. That'll do it. As Taylor with the kill to make it 6-4. So Preston goes up. Braxton Ware will come in to serve. Preston leading 6-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 5. Serve comes to Carter. Outside set, Gilbert. Dug out by Ware. Up into the ceiling, kept alive by the Indians. Donaldson bumps it over, free ball. Carter set it for Anderson. Again, played by the Indians. Donaldson again will just dunk it over again, so back to Carter again. Outside set, partially blocked at the net. Ware able to keep it alive, comes back to Nelson. Nelson off the hands of Carter for the point. 7-4, Preston leads. So Nelson able to get that ball off the hands of the libero Carter in the back row. Nothing much she could do with it after that. Preston leads 7-4 here in the 5th. But Ware's serve goes into the net, and it's 7-5 on the air. Almost looked like Ware just kind of lost her footing and got kind of off step as she tried to go up for that little jump serve and hit it into the net. Like her timing was all messed up. So here's Emma Cook. Off the top of the net. Madsen has it. Sets it outside. That's back to Nelson into the net. 7-6. Stays a 1-point set. Here's Cook again, serving for the tie. Preston will set it outside, back to Nelson. Ellie goes softer this time, played by Gilbert, as they set it across. As Donaldson able to dive to get the point, back to Wakely, off the block, point for the Indians. 8-6 as Preston goes back up by 2. Taylor Wakely will now serve for the Indians. 8-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in the 5th. As the serve played there, it's set. Anderson has to bump it over. Madsen will set outside. White goes short for the point. Coming over was Matthews, but couldn't get there quite in time. It's 9-6. Preston goes back up by 3 again. Wakely's next serve goes to Carter with the dig. Outside, blocked at the net, kept alive. Back over onto the Preston side. Ware has that one. With the set, back to Wakely. Off the hands. Carter able to chase it down after it bounces around up in the ceiling. Comes back again. Ware dives to keep it alive, but can't get it on the floor. 9-7. Preston still leads by 2. Look out, here comes Aiden Anderson again. Her first serve is returned and sneaks over the top of the net. Back to Nelson. That's off the block and a point for the Indians. That had disaster written all over it, but ends up like a rose garden for the Indians. 10-7. As got a timeout on the floor. Preston leads 10-7 here in the 5th on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, as we'll take a timeout. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KAC.
All right, 10-7, Preston leading. As Nelson with the serve. Outside set, they go short. Nelson down to get it. White keeps it alive. Dunn tries to get it over, but can't. So the point for the Panthers makes it 10-8. Snake River with the serve. Presley Matthews will serve again. Preston up by 2. Wakely, but the Indians not able to return it. It's an ace. Wakely with the tough dig went into the net. 10-9. Preston lead here in the 5th set again sneaks down to 1. Matthews to serve again. Wakely. Outside set to White. They bump it back over. Again, Preston has it on their side of the net. Set for Wakely. Carter has that from the dig in the back middle. Back outside, touch there. Wakely has to go get it. And her set goes off the basketball standard up in the ceiling and falls directly back down. Point for the Panthers. A little bit of a break from the other sports who play here. And it's 10-10. Matthews with the serve again. Tied at 10. Dunn goes short. Matthews has that. Set it outside for Gilbert. Gilbert with the kill. And Snake River has an 11-10 lead. 11-10 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. First 1 to 15, you have to win by 2. 11-10. Matthews serves again. Wakely to Madsen. Back to Wakely. Had 2 short, so she had to just bump it over. Free ball comes back over to the Panthers. Now it comes back to White. White plays it back over. Gilbert with the touch there. Back over to Preston. As it's Madsen just to bump it back over. Another free ball here. Outside set. Back to Gilbert. Too long. Out of bounds. The flag man there sat and thought about it for 10 or 15 seconds before he raised the flag. In fact, the chair official called it before the corner man did. Tied at 11. Madsen to serve for the Indians. Into the net. Avery gives the point away. It's 12-11. Tally Carter will serve. (12-11) set 5. Here's the serve. Comes to Wakely. Played by Madsen. Dunn hits it out of bounds. It's 13-11. Coach Knapp needs a timeout, so I'm not sure she's going to take it. Carter to serve again. Wakely with the dig. Matson with the set. Comes to Hess. Off the block, into the net. Point for the Indians. Nice job by Sophie Hess. Gets Preston back to within one again. It's 13-12. White serving here for Preston. Set outside. Comes to Gilbert. Blocked. Kept alive again. As the return goes off the top of the net and falls on the Preston side. And it's match point here for the Panthers. 14-12. Avery Matthews serves for the match. Comes to Donaldson. Madsen with the set. Outside Wakely off the block. Case stays on the Preston side. This time they go reverse to Hess. Hess is dug out. Back outside, back to Gilbert again. And that is, which one is it? He's put the flag up. And then he said no. And now it's going to be a point for Snake River as Coach Knapp agrees it was a point, as it'll be 15-12. The Snake River Panthers will win set number 5, and they will take the match here 3-2. So Preston falls to 1-1 in conference play, and Snake River able to beat Preston in their first conference match of the season, as they are now 1-0 overall in the conference season. So great match, goes 5. Tough loss for the Indians. We'll come back and we'll talk about it as we go to the postgame show. Stay with us. Postgame show is next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Thursday night, the Lady Indians volleyball team will head to American Falls for a conference match against the Beavers. The pregame show gets started at 6:30 with the first serve slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Flying S Title and Escrow, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian Volleyball Thursday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome back here to Snake River as the Panthers needed 5 sets, but they knocked off the Indians tonight. Final 3-2. It was a great match, back and forth. Both teams had sizable leads, only to have their opponent come fighting back in individual sets. Snake River winning set number 1. Preston coming back and winning sets 2 and 3 by 25-20 scores. As then Snake River won the 4th set, also 25-20, and then able to take the 5th set 15-12, the final score in set number 5, as the Panthers pick up the win, their first conference victory of the year. With the loss, Preston now, their record falls to 7-6, 1-1 in conference play. The Panthers now are 5-6-1, and they are 1-0 in conference play. We'll come back a little bit more here on the postgame show right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
All right, Snake River wins at 3-2. We don't have any stats available to us, unfortunately, tonight, but we still want to thank our friends at Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, for sponsoring our stat report. So we'll move on to our player of the game, and for Snake River, you expect it to be one of the big outside hitters, but really it's not. The big player today that Preston just could not stop is Aiden Anderson. Anderson did have a number of kills, but where she really beat the Indians was from the service line as she got rolling on some string of points on her serve that the Preston Indians just at times just couldn't beat. As especially there in set 4, she reeled off 7 or 8 straight points to not only give her team the lead, but a lead that Preston could not able to come back from, as helped her team get to the 5th set, where the Snake River Panthers would win the match overall in 5. So 3-2, the final count, as the Snake River wins it 3-2. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back and tell you what's up next for the Panthers right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing good deeds daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
As we wrap up tonight here from in Snake River, as the Indians fall 3-2. Still to come for the Indians. They're back on the road coming up again on Thursday, as they will be at American Falls. We'll have that for you. First serve scheduled for 7 p.m. coming up on Thursday night. Don't forget the boys football team back at home as well on Friday after playing 3 straight road games. They're back at home on Friday to host Burley for homecoming night, as hopefully we can see you out there for that one as well coming up on Friday. We'll have both of those games for you on KACH and here on the My Local Radio Sports Network as well. Thank everybody involved tonight, as the executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Jace Andrews. John Beverly back in the studio, has been our studio coordinator tonight. As I'm losing my voice here, as we get ready to sign off. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Thursday night from American Falls. Until then, have a great night, everybody, and enjoy your Wednesday. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.